I can do this. If I don't say it now, then I might never try. I can do this before I lose my chance. It's not like I'm trying to stare down a basilisk. It's just a beautiful Kitsune who can't kill me with a stare. Unless it's from utter loathing and disgust, but their stare is just as deadly for everyone when someone does worse than pull a Kitsune's tail without permission. If things turn out well, maybe she'll consider working on editing projects she brings home, or even her own personal ones in the living room or at the kitchen table, so we can spend more time together, even if we're both working on different projects. Her choice in music while focusing on her work never bothered me. You're not busy with papers all over the place, right? I don't want to slip again on the papers because I fell to the floor back first. It's happened more than once. I'd really rather not fall again. It also seems like you consciously or unconsciously used one or most of your foxtails to trip me. What the It also seems like you consciously or unconsciously used one or more of your long foxtails to trip me up, so I'd rather be careful, if that's all right with you. No, I'm not delaying. I'm just trying to be polite. I really don't want to walk in if you're busy with a big project that you need to focus on. And the last time I fell to the floor, I nearly passed out from being overwhelmed from how beautiful you are, both inside and out. Your fluffy tails and ears are so adorable. Your tails are otherworldly when they're swaying around to an unheard melody. Except for when one or more of them are messing with me in a playful manner. At least I hope it's playful. I wouldn't want to intrude if you're busy, and I know you're not constantly trying to prank me, but I'd really rather not get tricked. Hey there, my fair wordsmith. If you're not doing something for work, then what's got you inscribing words onto pages of your grimoire while in your sanctuary? Especially when you've created some impressive designs on the walls and ceiling with your foxfire. I'm really impressed that you figured out how to change the color to make your creations into works of art that I'm surprised you didn't ask me to use my professional camera to take photos of your foxfire masterpieces. I could even get the pictures framed, considering these almost look like you made a Monet watercolors impressionist painting or a pointillism-type dot series of painting. You even created a night sky with constellations on the ceiling. Lose the flirty tone. I didn't realize I was acting or sounding like a bard. I'm flattered you'd give me that kind of praise. I was inspired by the look of your room with all the foxfire decorations and by your aura. By your collection of books you wrote. I did read your story before and after it was published. One of the characters felt familiar to me in each incarnation of the story you shared. So you could say I was given a spark of your bardic inspiration to start channeling your character just now. I'm really glad you enjoyed dinner. I'll have to make sure to save that recipe so we can eat it again. I agree that it was really tasty. I was worried I made a mistake with the herbs. I was thinking about writing a reminder about it. With those notes, I thought that we'll have an excuse to have it again. Maybe when we do, we can do some experiments to figure out whether or not the herbs were too much, not enough, or just right. I can't believe I just said that. You're always good at reading me and hearing my whispered comments, too. I guess it's obvious I've got something to tell you. Although I can wait if you'd like, and we can discuss what you've been working on writing since dinner. Please? Okay, I'm just getting my thoughts together so I can say what I'm thinking and
feeling as well as I can. You've been there for me, whether it be the good or bad times, as I've always been there for you. We've even fought and argued, but each time found ways to clear up the anger, misunderstandings, or stress one or both of us were feeling. We've been roommates and friends for so long, all the way back when we met at a park when I tripped on your tail. I'm very thankful you didn't punish me when I touched your tail without permission. It's becoming difficult to think of my life without you in it. Long story short, to which I say too late, but with how you make me feel, there's so much I want to say. No, I haven't practiced this soliloquy. You've helped me feel like I can actually share my thoughts and feelings without doubting myself. Even if I might, well, it seems I do it anyway. Especially when I worry about the what-if scenarios where things go wrong. I hope it goes well, though. However, it seems you want me to cut this down. I'll get to the main point. It's a surprise when you get more chatty than I usually do. I'm glad that you enjoy all sides of me, even the awkward and shy times, but you're right. I need to say it while this moment feels perfect. My dear wordsmith, I don't know when my feelings of friendship fully changed. I guess they just slowly shifted from one to the other. But it's time I tell you. I love you. There. I finally said it, and I'll say it again. I love you. I love your caring heart, your playful nature, even when you pull pranks without going too far, unless it's against bullies or those who have earned your well-deserved retribution. I adore your fluffy and strong tails, even when you use them to pull me into a room or when they trip me over my feet. Your creativity to craft a story and your foxfire, all the effort you put in whenever you're helping to improve the writing of others, when you edit and add suggestions. Your soft painted ears that picked up on what I have to say, even my quiet comments, both the positive and negative ones. I hope that you say yes. You'll let me pet your ears and brush your tails. I love the times we get to cuddle together when we have our movie nights. You make me feel safe and a stronger, self-assured person at times, even if I do get nervous, then start rambling. Like now, even though you said it's okay. The point is, I'm in love with you, and I hope that this confession isn't just me being weird and ruining the relationship we have. My heart is soaring at hearing you feel the same. I think this just became my favorite stormy night, without being dark, considering how much you brighten my life. I'm also very happy to hear you gave me permission for me petting your ears and tail. Although I do hope that you'll share what you've been writing tonight. I'm starting to get the feeling you either don't want me to know, or you're planning a new surprise prank. So, from what you're saying, you hoped something like this would occur at some point, because you were also feeling scared about telling me. The wish became stronger when you ate dinner, then had the vision of this encounter. Why, you brilliant full-time part. You still got me in a mini prank that brought us together. Is that why you kept trying to rush me to get to the point? You wanted me to get to the part you wanted without letting me spoil you with compliments? And what happens after the confession in your vision? No, wait, don't tell me, my dear. Let me share what my guess is. I hope you don't mind how I do this. I'm feeling another spark of bardic inspiration to my confidence. That was even better than I imagined it would be. From that happy expression, I think you did too. What do you think about continuing this while cuddling? I don't feel like letting you down while I'm feeling this happy. Plus, I need to sit down after standing here for so long. Thank you for not tripping me to fall onto your bed. I know I surprised you by pulling you into me. Considering I haven't tried to make you trip before, I have a feeling that by doing so, it's why you went silent for a while. We'll see who surprises who next. By the way, I have another question for you. After everything that's happened, I think I now know why you moved to working in here whenever you need to do any editing or any of your regular writing with your medieval music. It was due to both of us getting distracted by the other, or you were attempting to hide your crush. Considering we're now together, can I convince you to start working in the living room or at the kitchen table, similar to how we used to back when we first moved in together? With your medieval music as background, please? I say similar because I think that after tonight it will be less likely to be distracting the other unless actively trying to. However, if we need to work by ourselves, we can be in separate rooms. I don't want you to think I'm forcing you to change what you're doing. Well, that's a enthusiastic way to say yes, and means to slow me down. I guess I won't have to do anything major to convince you to spend more time outside of this sanctuary. For now, let's see if we can enjoy this moment. Although I better be careful and not excite you on our first night of cuddling as a couple. I know how silly you get during the times you get overexcited. Oh, and before I make a mess of things. Alright, I'll drop that. What I was trying to say is, I want to spend more time with you, both in the apartment and when we're out and about. I'm hoping that this will be the starts to more adventures and special times for us.